Right, so very sorry for the false start. There was a loss of audio. It means all that I said you didn't hear, but I was just welcoming you to the entertainment segment and to tell you that it's entertainment on No Bra Day. And Miss G is going to be telling us all the gossips that's been happening about No Bra Day and everything.
Okay, you want to know? Some people have observed No Bra Day. A lot of people have, including myself. I did in my home. Yes, I did in my home. Yes.
In your home?
Yes.
Why your home?
I observe No Bra Day every day. You know, in my home before I get to work is No Bra Day.
That's not what we're talking about.
How come you know more than I know?
That's what we're talking about. When they talk about No Bra Day, they don't mean observing No Bra Day.
Were you there when we were putting this day together?
I've read about it.
Oh, you read about it? And they said that we should do what? Go
braless.
Yeah. Is there anything like that?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Okay, you carry on.
But I'll start on a rather sad note. Now, Kumawood actor Wayusi hasn't had a good year. Now, some months back, he was ill. We didn't know what the cause of his illness was. He had the minister going to visit him. He had some 5,000 Ghana cedis donated to him. You know, he's finally okay. And then today, he loses his 6-month-old baby girl.
Oops.
Yes, a few months ago, we saw pictures of the Doreen, that's the baby girl on the screens, and apparently she was ill. They took her to the hospital, and the doctor who took care of her gave her an overdose of whatever medication, or diagnosed an overdose, and the baby kept sleeping. According to the report, she kept sleeping. I've been speaking to somebody who is an insider, and he has more updates for us.
Taken. To my medical perception, the level of the sickness demands admission, but they resorted to a from clinic or hospital, and the doctor ran the situation on an OPD basis, told them to go and then come back in 1 week's time. Nothing will happen. He requested for some labs for the second time. As a result, the baby kept sleeping, and then it was kind of very dangerous, so we had to bring her to Confanoche straight away, where she was diagnosed of acute liver failure, and then she hasn't been ill for a longer period, just came, but resulted in a very complicated issue. It wouldn't have gotten to that level if the baby was attended well. We are with Confanoche doctors who were very, very amazed with the doctor's prescription and then the doctor's line of treatment.
Yeah. Has this doctor been reported to the police?
We are yet to.
How is YOC and his wife taking issues?
No, it's very difficult for them because after so many stories about him and then issues concerning his ailments, and then right now that he's very well, they are not taking it very light.
Well, that's very sad.
That's a very sad one, you know.
Especially, I mean, because the dad has been in hospital, he's not being too well, he recovers, and then you lose the baby.
True. But people are pointing fingers to a certain man of God who had said that YUC had something he needed to confess about, and until he does that, he would have to go through a lot of phases.
Oh, no.
So people are beginning to read meanings, But it's a sad thing. If you had, the insider was telling me that, because of what had happened to him, like you said, he was in the hospital, and having to go through this is being very, very, critical for he and his wife. But we can only pray that God strengthens them in this time. So anyway, to another story. Yesterday I told you about the man Apietus, who was busily recording A+'s Iolate and was enjoying the tune. The tune went viral. Social media, everybody was talking about it. People started tagging him as MPP because, Apietus was the one who put together the beats for Na 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 Na, oh yeah, we know.
Oh, really?
Exactly, by DL. And then he did the Abembe Boom. Now he's doing Iolate. All songs in favor of the MPP.
But he's not the artist, he's just producing.
Well, people say, why are you enjoying yourself than even the one recording the song? You seem to be having too much fun. Well, he says he's a professional and can't be bothered.
I'd like to agree with him. He's a professional. He's doing his job.
I see.
Okay, he's not even the artist.
Okay, I'm just hoping that people agree that he's not the artist and he's just being professional with his job. But the minister, or the deputy minister for the Tourism Creative Arts Ministry, has been talking about the need to patronize made in Ghana goods. Now, she was at the opening of the Accra Psychiatric Hospital, where some inmates had to adore.
They had an open day.
Yes, that open day, and then they had to show what they have there. But I hear we don't have the story now. Let's go foreign, and I'm talking about Banky W. He's a Nigerian artist. Banky W has been the best man for about 5 people, and he's never getting married. Every time
I call such people professional MCs.
I tell you, now every time he goes on social media and you visit his page, you see people asking, when are you also getting married? When are you also getting married? Banky W has a new tune. It's called Giddy Love, and he says this song is put together, because he's sympathizing and empathizing with people who are always under pressure to get married.